1.7 billion kwacha mismanaged by the Ministry of Health, and Mativini's ruling on Bill 10 after some MPs from the ruling party complained about the IT system failing them during the process of voting for Bill 10 on Tuesday. See you on the other side. We'll first talk about 1.7 billion kwacha that was mismanaged by the Ministry of Health. These are a lot of funds we're talking about. To my surprise, you find that even the frontline workers have not been paid. Many of the people have died in the process. A lot of cases have been recorded, and yet these funds have been channeled somewhere else. These same people have had allowances, which really shows that they don't really care about the people, but they care about the money. Anyway, we thank the Audit General for giving us a heads up, for being transparent. I'm sure we're waiting for Adada to do something about this, because like this, it's very scary that 1.7 billion kwacha can be mismanaged. We'll take you to the video so that you can hear it for yourself. This is a report from Diamond TV.
Over 1.7 billion kwacha COVID-19 funds have been mismanaged by the Ministry of Health and its agents. Now, this is according to the Auditor General's Office audit of the COVID-19 resources. And the Ministry of Health has also failed to account for the donation from the Jack Ma Foundation. Now, the Jack Ma Foundation gave Zambia 200,000 COVID-19 test kits, 1 million face masks, 1,000 medical protective units and shields. Other irregularities include irregular transfer of over 60 million kwacha of GRZ funds to Commercial Bank and overpayment of daily subsistence allowance of 225,000 kwacha.
Goodwill towards Zambia's COVID-19 fight came in from far and wide. Individuals, public and private companies gave everything they could to fight the disease. While people and institutions of goodwill were given, the Ministry of Health and its agents went into overdrive, mismanaging the resources and materials. The Auditor General's Office audit of the COVID-19 resources has exposed the mismanagement of the resources. More than 1.7 billion kwacha has been mismanaged in various irregularities, among which are payment of daily substance allowance, and competitive procurement and irregular transfer of GRZ funds to Commercial Bank. An amount of over 60 million was irregularly transferred, while over 3 million kwacha was irregularly withdrawn. Over 650,000 million kwacha was overcommitted in procurements not supported by funding. Other flaws in the management of COVID-19 resources indicate the failure by the Ministry of Health to reconcile the donated items from Chinese tycoon Jack Ma. More than 349 Zambians have died from COVID-19, with more than 16,000 cases have been recorded in the country. Health authorities are warning the country is threatened with a second wave of the disease next month.
This is the final part on Bill 10. We'll now go to Mativini's ruling on Bill 10 after some MPs from the ruling party complained about the system failing them during the process of voting for Bill 10. Yeah, it's really sad, you know. Really sad to know that other people will go fast ahead to complain about something, and yet it's not that thing which gave them a problem. In the video that you'll be watching, he explained everything clearly to show that it was not the fault of anyone, not even the system, but them. They said the system froze. If the system froze, definitely they were supposed to have notified or alert the speaker. Then the speaker would have instructed his IT person. But no, it was not that case. It was a case of them not knowing what they were doing in there. They went there to vote, but they forgot. The way they forget us every time we vote for them. It was just a joke. It was not the system that failed. It was lack of knowledge. I liked one comment I saw on FB when I was going through the comments, and I was just watching the same post on the ruling for Bill 10. Someone posted, this is very nice. He said, now whose problem? After all these explanation by the Speaker of National Assembly, some pupils in class are just passengers. I will not comment on that one, but we can chat in the comments, which is very much anyway. I'll take you to the video. See you on the other side. Enjoy.
Honorable members, in view of the foregoing, it is evident that for a member to vote, they need to first log into the vote system. Thereafter, they must select the present key to signify the intention to vote. Where a member only logs into the system but does not select the present key, they will not be able to vote. Thus, the system will capture the member as present for purposes of logging in and not present for purposes of voting. Honorable members, as regards Dr. F. Ngambi MP and Mr. K. Kabaso MP, the report indicates as follows. Participant name, Dr. F. Frank Ngambi, Group, PF, voting answer, not present, attendance, present. 2, Mr. Kampampi Kabaso, Group, PF, voting answer, not present, attendance, present. Honorable members, in the column headed attendance, both Dr. F. Ngambi MP and Mr. K. Kabaso MP are indicated as being present. This means that both honorable members successfully logged into the system for purposes of voting. In the second column, headed voting answer, both honorable members are indicated as not being present. This signifies that both Dr. F. Ngambi MP and Mr. K. Kabaso MP did not select the present key, which would have activated the voting options and enabled them to vote. Honorable members, in his point of order, Dr. F. Ngambi MP alleged that his vote could not be registered because his console froze. However, investigations have revealed that if indeed his console froze, as alleged, he would not even have been able to log into the system, let alone to press the present and yes options, as alleged in his letter of complaint. At any rate, if his console had indeed frozen, as alleged, he should have immediately alerted me. And I would have in turn instructed the ICT officers in the chamber to assist him forthwith. As a matter of fact, an ICT specialist is positioned adjacent to me. This gentleman here. In the premise, I've come to the conclusion that on the material day, Dr. F. Ngambi MP logged into the system as required. He, however, did not select the present key, which would have been activated the necessary options to enable him vote. Therefore, contrary to his assertion that his vote was not recorded due to a system failure, Dr. F. Ngambi's failure to register his vote was as a result of his own failure to press on present and thereby register his intention to vote and subsequently indeed proceed to vote. Honorable members,
are we all taking part in the affairs of our nation? So for more videos, once again, let's subscribe, let's share the video, let's like, click on the notification bell so that you're notified every time there's a new posting. Otherwise, thank you very much.